Magnesium. Picture this. You're trying to start your car on a cold morning, but the engine just won't turn over. That sluggish feeling you get when your body's missing magnesium is pretty much the same thing. This powerhouse mineral is like the spark plug for over 300 biochemical reactions happening inside your body right now. Think of magnesium as your body's personal electrician, making sure all the wiring stays connected and the power keeps flowing smoothly. For men over 50, magnesium becomes even more critical because your body starts absorbing it less efficiently than it did in your younger years. It's like having a leaky bucket. No matter how much you pour in, some of it's going to slip through the cracks. This mineral works behind the scenes to keep your heart beating steadily, your muscles contracting properly, and your bones strong enough to handle whatever life throws at you. The really fascinating part about magnesium is how it affects your sleep quality. Ever notice how some nights you toss and turn like you're wrestling with an invisible opponent? Low magnesium levels could be the culprit. This mineral helps regulate melatonin production, which is your body's natural sleep hormone. Without enough magnesium, your brain basically forgets how to wind down properly at night. Your muscles need magnesium like a fish needs water. When levels drop too low, you might experience those annoying muscle cramps that hit you at the worst possible moments, like when you're trying to get out of bed in the morning or reaching for something on a high shelf. Magnesium acts as a natural muscle relaxant, helping your muscles contract and release smoothly instead of seizing up like a rusty gate. But here's where it gets really interesting for men in their 50s and beyond. Magnesium plays a crucial role in maintaining healthy testosterone levels. As testosterone naturally declines with age, having adequate magnesium becomes even more important for supporting hormone production and keeping energy levels from crashing through the floor. Zinc. Your immune system is like a medieval castle, and zinc is the commander of the guard towers, constantly scanning for threats and coordinating the defense. This trace mineral might be needed in smaller amounts than others, but don't let that fool you. Zinc punches way above its weight class when it comes to keeping your body running like a well-oiled machine. For men over 50, zinc deficiency is surprisingly common, and the consequences can be more serious than most people realize. Your body doesn't store zinc the way it does other minerals, so you need a steady supply coming in through your diet every single day. It's like trying to keep a campfire burning. If you stop adding fuel, the flames start to die down pretty quickly. One of zinc's most important jobs is wound healing. Ever wonder why some cuts and scrapes seem to take forever to heal as you get older? Zinc deficiency could be slowing down your body's repair mechanisms. This mineral is essential for collagen synthesis, which is basically the glue that holds your skin together and helps it bounce back from injuries. The prostate gland contains higher concentrations of zinc than almost any other organ in the body. This isn't just a random coincidence. Zinc plays a vital role in maintaining prostate health and function. As men age, ensuring adequate zinc intake becomes increasingly important for supporting this walnut-sized gland that can cause big problems if it's not properly maintained. Zinc also affects your sense of taste and smell more than you might expect. If food starts tasting bland or you can't smell your morning coffee the way you used to, zinc deficiency could be dampening these sensory experiences. Your taste buds and olfactory receptors rely on zinc to function properly, and without enough of it, eating becomes less enjoyable and you might not even realize what you're missing. Iron. Think of iron as the delivery truck driver for your entire circulatory system. This hard-working mineral doesn't get nearly enough credit for the massive job it does every single day. Iron is the key component of hemoglobin, the protein in your red blood cells that carries oxygen from your lungs to every corner of your body. Without adequate iron, it's like trying to breathe through a straw. Everything becomes more difficult and exhausting. Men over 50 face a unique situation with iron that's different from younger men or women of any age. While younger men typically need more iron due to muscle mass and growth, and women need extra iron due to menstruation, men in their 50s often need to be more careful about not getting too much iron. It's like walking a tightrope. You need enough to avoid deficiency, but too much can actually become toxic over time. The tricky part about iron deficiency is that it sneaks up on you gradually. You don't wake up one morning suddenly unable to carry oxygen in your blood. Instead, you might notice that climbing stairs leaves you more winded than it used to, or that you feel tired even after a full night's sleep. Your body has an amazing ability to compensate for low iron levels initially, but eventually those compensatory mechanisms start to break down. Iron also plays a crucial role in cognitive function that many people don't realize. Your brain tissue is incredibly metabolically active, requiring a constant supply of oxygen to function properly. When iron levels drop, your brain doesn't get the oxygen delivery it needs, which can lead to difficulty concentrating, memory problems, and that frustrating mental fog that makes simple tasks feel overwhelming. Here's something most men don't know. Iron absorption isn't just about how much iron you consume, but also about what you eat it with. Certain foods can dramatically increase or decrease how much iron your body actually absorbs from a meal. Vitamin C acts like a key that unlocks iron absorption, while calcium and certain compounds in tea and coffee can slam the door shut on iron uptake. Calcium. Your skeleton isn't just a rigid frame holding everything together. It's more like a bustling construction site where old bone is constantly being torn down and new bone is being built up. Calcium is the primary building material for this ongoing renovation project, and for men over 50, ensuring adequate calcium intake becomes absolutely critical as this construction process starts to slow down. Most people think of calcium and immediately picture a glass of milk, but the relationship between calcium and bone health is far more complex than just drinking dairy products. Your body treats calcium like a precious resource that needs to be carefully managed and distributed. When dietary calcium is low, your body will actually steal calcium from your bones to maintain proper levels in your blood, because certain cellular functions simply cannot continue without adequate calcium. The absorption of calcium becomes less efficient as you age, which means that even if you're consuming the same amount of calcium you did in your 30s, your body might only be absorbing half as much. It's like trying to fill a bucket with bigger holes in the bottom. You need to pour in more to maintain the same level. Calcium doesn't work alone in maintaining bone health. It's part of a complex team that includes vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin K, and phosphorus. Think of these nutrients as a construction crew, where each worker has a specific job. Calcium provides the raw materials. Vitamin D acts as the foreman, making sure calcium gets where it needs to go. Magnesium helps with the structural integrity, and vitamin K directs the calcium to the right locations instead of letting it end up in your arteries where it doesn't belong. Beyond bone health, calcium plays essential roles in muscle contraction and nerve transmission. Every time your heart beats, calcium is involved in the electrical signaling that coordinates the muscle contractions. When you reach for your coffee mug in the morning, calcium is facilitating the communication between your brain and your arm muscles to make that movement possible. Potassium. Your cardiovascular system operates like a sophisticated hydraulic network, and potassium is the master regulator that keeps the pressure balanced and the fluid flowing smoothly. This electrolyte works around the clock to maintain the delicate balance between the fluid inside your cells and the fluid surrounding them. For men over 50, potassium becomes increasingly vital because your kidneys start losing their efficiency at managing this critical mineral, like a filter that's slowly getting clogged over time. The relationship between potassium and blood pressure is absolutely fascinating. Potassium acts like a counterweight to sodium, helping to relax blood vessel walls and reduce the strain on your cardiovascular system. When potassium levels drop, it's like removing the safety valve from a pressure cooker. Everything starts building up tension until something has to give. Most men consume far too much sodium and nowhere near enough potassium, creating an imbalance that puts unnecessary stress on their heart and arteries. Your muscles depend on potassium for proper contraction and relaxation cycles. Ever experience those sudden muscle cramps during exercise or even while you're just sitting around? Low potassium could be the invisible culprit behind those painful episodes. This mineral helps regulate the electrical impulses that tell your muscles when to contract and when to release, ensuring smooth coordination rather than jerky, unpredictable movements. Potassium also plays a crucial role in kidney function that often gets overlooked. Your kidneys filter your entire blood supply multiple times each day, and they rely on adequate potassium levels to perform this massive filtration job effectively. When potassium is insufficient, your kidneys have to work harder to maintain proper fluid balance, which can accelerate age-related decline in kidney function. The connection between potassium and stroke prevention is particularly important for men in their 50s and beyond. Adequate potassium intake helps maintain healthy blood flow to the brain by keeping blood vessels flexible and reducing the likelihood of dangerous clots forming. It's like keeping the highways to your brain clear of traffic jams and construction zones. Selenium. Think of selenium as your body's personal bodyguard against cellular damage. This trace mineral might be needed in tiny amounts, but it packs a powerful punch when it comes to protecting your cells from the daily assault of free radicals and oxidative stress. For men over 50, selenium becomes especially important because the accumulated damage from decades of living starts to catch up with your body's repair mechanisms. Selenium is a key component of several antioxidant enzymes, particularly glutathione peroxidase, which sounds complicated but basically acts like a cellular janitor that cleans up dangerous waste products before they can cause permanent damage. Without adequate selenium, it's like having a janitorial staff that's perpetually understaffed. The mess starts piling up faster than it can be cleaned up. Your thyroid gland contains higher concentrations of selenium than almost any other organ in your body, and there's a good reason for this concentration. Selenium is essential for converting the inactive thyroid hormone T4 into the active form T3 that your body can actually use. If you're feeling sluggish, gaining weight unexpectedly, or dealing with brain fog, inadequate selenium could be interfering with your thyroid's ability to regulate your metabolism properly. The immune system benefits tremendously from adequate selenium levels. This mineral helps regulate immune responses, ensuring that your white blood cells respond appropriately to threats without going into overdrive and attacking healthy tissue. It's like having a well-trained security team that can distinguish between actual intruders and innocent visitors. Selenium also supports healthy sperm production and male fertility, which remains important for many men well into their 50s and beyond. This mineral helps protect sperm cells from oxidative damage during their development and maturation process. Even if you're not planning to have children, the same protective mechanisms that preserve sperm health also support overall reproductive system function and hormone production. Chromium. Your body's ability to manage blood sugar is like a sophisticated thermostat system, and chromium is the fine-tuning mechanism that helps keep everything operating within the optimal range. This trace mineral works behind the scenes to enhance insulin sensitivity, making it easier for your cells to absorb glucose from your bloodstream and convert it into usable energy instead of letting it circulate and cause problems. For men over 50, chromium becomes particularly crucial because insulin sensitivity naturally declines with age. It's like your cellular doors start getting sticky and harder to open, making it more difficult for glucose to enter where it's needed. Chromium acts like a lubricant for these cellular doorways, helping insulin do its job more effectively and preventing blood sugar from building up to dangerous levels. The relationship between chromium and muscle mass is often overlooked but incredibly important for aging men. This mineral helps optimize protein synthesis and supports lean muscle maintenance by improving the efficiency of nutrient uptake into muscle cells. When chromium levels are adequate, your muscles can better utilize the protein and amino acids from your diet for repair and growth rather than letting these valuable nutrients go to waste. Chromium also influences fat metabolism in ways that become increasingly relevant as metabolism slows down with age. This mineral helps regulate enzymes involved in fat storage and breakdown, potentially supporting healthier body composition by promoting the use of stored fat for energy rather than allowing it to accumulate around your midsection. The connection between chromium and cardiovascular health is particularly noteworthy for men in their 50s. By helping to maintain healthy blood sugar levels and supporting proper lipid metabolism, chromium contributes to better overall cardiovascular function. It's like having a traffic controller that helps prevent congestion in your circulatory system by keeping glucose and fats moving efficiently rather than creating bottlenecks. Manganese? Your skeletal system is constantly undergoing renovation, and manganese serves as one of the essential tools in this ongoing construction project. This trace mineral is a key component of several enzymes involved in bone formation and cartilage development. For men over 50, when bone density naturally begins to decline, manganese becomes increasingly important for maintaining structural integrity and supporting the repair processes that keep your skeleton strong and resilient. Manganese plays a fascinating role in antioxidant defense through its involvement in the enzyme manganese superoxide dismutase. This enzyme specifically protects the powerhouses of your cells, the mitochondria, from oxidative damage. Think of mitochondria as tiny generators that produce energy for cellular functions. Manganese helps ensure these generators don't get damaged by the very energy production process they're responsible for, like having a protective shield around a nuclear reactor. The connection between manganese and wound healing is particularly relevant for men as they age. This mineral is essential for collagen synthesis and proper connective tissue formation. When you get a cut, scrape, or any kind of tissue damage, manganese-dependent enzymes help orchestrate the complex repair process that rebuilds damaged structures. Without adequate manganese, it's like trying to repair a house without the proper tools. The job takes longer and the results aren't as strong. Manganese also supports proper brain function through its role in neurotransmitter synthesis and metabolism. This mineral helps produce and regulate several brain chemicals involved in mood, cognitive function, and neurological health. As the brain ages and becomes more susceptible to oxidative stress, manganese's protective and supportive roles become increasingly valuable for maintaining mental sharpness and emotional balance. Your liver relies on manganese for several detoxification processes that become more important as environmental toxin exposure accumulates over decades. This mineral helps activate enzymes that break down and neutralize harmful substances, supporting your liver's ability to filter out toxins and metabolic waste products. It's like having a more efficient filtration system that prevents harmful substances from building up in your body over time. Copper. Your cardiovascular system operates like an intricate network of highways, and copper serves as the construction foreman, ensuring all the infrastructure stays in top condition. This essential trace mineral works tirelessly behind the scenes to maintain the structural integrity of your blood vessels, making sure they remain flexible and strong enough to handle the constant flow of blood pumping through them every single day. For men over 50, copper becomes increasingly vital because your body's natural repair mechanisms start slowing down like an aging construction crew that takes longer to fix the roads. Copper is essential for producing elastin and collagen, the proteins that give your blood vessels their strength and flexibility. Without adequate copper, your arteries can become stiff and brittle, like old rubber hoses that crack under pressure. The relationship between copper and iron absorption is absolutely fascinating and critically important for maintaining healthy blood oxygen levels. Copper acts like a key that unlocks your body's ability to properly utilize iron for hemoglobin production. You could be consuming plenty of iron, but without sufficient copper, it's like having a garage full of car parts but no mechanic to put them together into a working vehicle. Copper also plays a crucial role in maintaining healthy nerve function through its involvement in myelin sheath formation. The myelin sheath is like the protective insulation around electrical wires, ensuring that nerve signals travel efficiently without interference. As you age, keeping these communication pathways clear becomes increasingly important for maintaining coordination, balance, and cognitive function. Your immune system relies heavily on copper for proper white blood cell function and development. This mineral helps ensure that your immune cells mature properly and respond effectively to threats. When copper levels are inadequate, it's like having security guards who never completed their training. They're present but not fully equipped to handle the job. Phosphorus. Think of phosphorus as the backbone of your body's energy currency system. This mineral is like the mint that produces the coins your cells use to pay for everything they need to do. Phosphorus is a key component of ATP, which is essentially the universal energy token that powers every cellular process happening in your body right now, from thinking thoughts to digesting food to repairing damaged tissue. For men over 50, phosphorus becomes particularly important because your bones are constantly recycling this mineral between structural support and energy production needs. It's like having a savings account where you need to maintain a careful balance. Too little and your energy systems suffer, but the right amount keeps both your bones strong and your cellular processes running smoothly. The partnership between phosphorus and calcium in bone health is like a perfectly choreographed dance where both partners need to move in sync. These minerals work together to create the hard, durable matrix that gives your bones their strength. When this balance gets disrupted, it's like trying to build a house where the foundation and the frame don't match up properly. Phosphorus also plays a vital role in kidney function, helping to maintain the acid-base balance in your blood. Your kidneys act like sophisticated chemistry labs, constantly adjusting the pH levels to keep everything operating within the narrow range necessary for optimal health. Without adequate phosphorus, this delicate balancing act becomes much more difficult to maintain. The role of phosphorus in cellular membrane integrity is often overlooked, but absolutely essential. Every cell in your body is surrounded by a phosphorus-containing membrane that controls what gets in and what stays out. These cellular boundaries need constant maintenance and repair, especially as you age and cellular turnover becomes less efficient. These 10 minerals work together like a well-orchestrated symphony, each playing its unique part in keeping your body functioning at its best. The key is understanding that optimal health after 50 isn't about any single nutrient, but rather ensuring your body has all the tools it needs to thrive.